The beautiful lie your brain believes before you can stop it. People think manipulation begins with cruelty, but the most dangerous manipulation begins with admiration. He remembered meeting someone who smiled warmly, spoke gently, and carried themselves with effortless charm. Within minutes, he assumed they were kind, ethical, trustworthy. He didn't know them. He didn't evaluate them. He didn't question them. His brain filled in the blanks. This is the halo effect, the cognitive flaw where one positive trait tricks the mind into assigning dozens more. Attractiveness becomes goodness, confidence becomes competence, charm becomes morality, warmth becomes integrity. The brain chooses shortcuts over accuracy because thinking is slow, judgment is tiring. Certainty feels safer than ambiguity. If you ever ignored a red flag because someone seemed nice, or trusted someone because they looked trustworthy, or gave someone power because they felt right, you've already been touched by the lie. The halo effect doesn't distort what you see. It distorts what you assume. Number 10. You judge people faster than you blink. He once glanced at a stranger and immediately felt a sense of comfort. Not because of anything they said, not because of anything they did, just because of the way they looked. This is thin slice judgment, the brain deciding someone's entire character within 100 milliseconds. Your mind forms impressions before your logic wakes up, and once the impression forms, logic bends to protect it. The halo effect isn't a mistake. It's a reflex. Human trigger. Your first impression isn't a judgment. It's a prediction your brain will fight to preserve. Emotion shift. Recognition to unease. You didn't judge too quickly. Your brain judged for you.
Number 9. Attractiveness alters your morality without permission. He once heard someone justify a cruel action from an attractive person. They didn't mean it. They were probably stressed. They're not usually like that. It wasn't empathy, it was bias. Studies show attractive people receive lighter punishments, better treatment, and more forgiveness, even when they do wrong. The brain confuses beauty with goodness. This is the attractiveness morality distortion. Humans aren't logical, they're visual. Human trigger. Beauty doesn't just influence preference, it influences morality. Emotion shift. Unease to doubt. You didn't excuse their behavior, your brain excused their appearance.
Number 8. Confidence tricks the brain into believing competence. He once trusted someone simply because they spoke with certainty, not accuracy, not expertise, just confidence. This is projection bias, mistaking confidence for competence. People follow leaders, influencers, speakers, and manipulators not because they know more, but because they sound like they know more. The halo effect turns strong tone into strong truth. Human trigger. Certainty feels safer than intelligence. Emotion shift. Doubt into suspicion. You didn't trust their knowledge. You trusted their tone. Number 7. Kindness can mask cruelty more effectively than lies. He once knew someone who treated everyone with warmth, yet caused quiet harm behind the scenes. The contradiction didn't register at first, because kindness creates a moral shield. This is benevolence bias. Believing good behavior in one area means good behavior everywhere. The brain assumes consistency. Manipulators exploit it. A soft voice can hide a sharp intention. A gentle gesture can distract from a calculated plan. Human trigger. Kindness isn't truth. It's camouflage. Emotion shift. Suspicion to alarm.
You didn't overlook their cruelty. Their kindness blinded you to it.
Number 6. The mind protects its favorite people even when it shouldn't. He once defended someone long after evidence proved they were harmful. Not because of loyalty, not because of logic, but because his brain was committed to the version of them it created early on. This is cognitive lock-in, the tendency to protect our original judgments even when they're wrong. The halo effect turns judgment into identity. Human trigger. Changing your mind feels like losing yourself. Emotion shift. Alarm to disbelief. You didn't defend them. You defended who you thought they were.
Number 5. One good trait makes you blind to 1,000 red flags. He once trusted someone because they seemed generous and ignored every warning sign. A single good trait becomes a cognitive anchor. This is trait overgeneralization, the brain taking one strength and expanding it into a whole personality. Someone kind must also be honest. Someone successful must also be ethical. Someone organized must also be disciplined. Someone charming must also be safe. But reality rarely works that way. Human trigger. The first positive trait becomes the foundation for all the imagined ones. Emotion shift. Disbelief to tension. You didn't ignore the red flags. You let one green flag cover them. Number 4. Your brain loves simple people more than accurate ones. He once simplified someone into a single defining trait, the sweet one, the smart one, the stable one. It wasn't true. It was convenient. The halo effect reduces complexity into comfortable labels. This is cognitive flattening, the mind preferring simple models over accurate ones. But the simpler the label, the more distorted the judgment. Human trigger. The brain chooses clarity over truth. Emotion shift. Tension to chill. You didn't understand them. You streamlined them. Number 3. You accept flaws from people who fit your ideal image. He once forgave someone again and again because they matched an ideal he admired. Not a real person, an archetype. The halo effect projects expectation onto reality. This is idealized identity bias, when you fall in love with the version of someone your brain created. Human trigger. You're not forgiving them, you're forgiving the fantasy. Emotion shift. Chill to collapse. You didn't see them, you saw who you hoped they were. Number 2. The halo effect makes you blind to manipulators. Manipulators rely on being perceived as good first. Once the brain tags someone as trustworthy, the rest of the evaluation collapses. This is perception anchoring, the brain sticking to its first label at all costs. Even harmful people benefit from it. Human trigger. Evil doesn't need a mask. It needs one good first impression. Emotion shift. Collapse to awareness. You didn't trust them. You trusted the label you stamped on them. Number 1. The halo effect destroys judgment because it replaces thinking with feeling. The most dangerous thing about the halo effect is that it replaces analysis with emotion. He once made a life-changing decision based solely on someone's charm. No logic, no evaluation, just warmth, just charisma, just a feeling. Feelings aren't accurate, but they're fast. The brain rewards speed over truth. Human trigger. The halo effect is judgment outsourced to emotion. Emotion shift. Awareness to quiet shock. You didn't misjudge them. You misjudged your feelings. Your first impression isn't innocent. It's engineered. If someone came to mind while reading this, someone you trusted too quickly, someone you misread, someone you admired before you knew them, that wasn't guilt. It was recognition. The halo effect isn't your flaw. It's your wiring. But awareness breaks the illusion. The moment you see how your brain inflates goodness, confuses confidence, sanitizes flaws, and constructs fantasies, your judgment comes back. If someone in your life is being trusted too easily, idealized too quickly, or seen too simply, share this with them. Not to turn them cold, not to make them cynical, but to give them back what the halo effect quietly stole: their clarity,